Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am getting ready to review the Atlanta Housewives, so let's get started. We start off with discussing the realities of this virus and everything that has been happening since we've gone on lockdown and all those different things, and everybody's explaining how difficult it's been, since all of this started and how it's taking a toll on them personally. We also see that Portia, which I am so proud of her, the transformation over the years has been like, she has gone from Porsha Ali to Portia Luther King. Like, she has really blossomed, and I am so proud of her for that. So, they're showing her, she's doing her peaceful protesting and she's doing her thing. I give props where it's due. So Cynthia is hosting a dinner party in her driveway, which, okay, it's outside. She tried to make the table big enough to where it's 6 feet apart. She discussed that she's been in LA for 4 months because that's when everything shut down, which I'm sure she didn't mind quarantining with her fiance and her kid and their kids for 4 months. Like, I'm sure she enjoyed herself. I'm sure it's beautiful. This outfit that she has on, it's like, it looks as if, like, you know how you have like something you gotta zip up and you pull it over and it's like it didn't quite come together. And then she talks about her weight gain and how like she's gained 20 pounds and it's just been crazy. And you could tell like over the summer on social media and stuff that she was struggling with her weight. But I mean, who wasn't during this pandemic when you couldn't go anywhere, couldn't do anything, you're just at the house eating all the time. Okay, so now we switch over to Kenya. I loved Kenya when she first got on the show. Last season, her attitude, just her whole, everything she did was just horrid. The way she acted, I couldn't get with it. Like, I really liked, past tense, Kenya, but showing her since the pandemic started and the state of her marriage and how it's taken a toll on her mental health, it really actually made me feel bad because you can see that she was struggling. Like, you can see her face, it looks swollen. Like, I mean, of course, yeah, she gained a few pounds. And like I said, a lot of us have because of the pandemic. However, it looked like she had stress weight on top of that. And just, I actually did feel bad for her, And that doesn't happen often, so that says a lot. She went to go see an attorney for the umpteenth time about possibly divorcing Mark and making sure her assets were together and making sure that she has everything for her custody with Brooklyn, which I don't know. I mean, it's a scary situation, so why not make sure you have your ducks in a row? But she keeps saying she's gonna do all these things and go to these attorneys, and I feel like this was kind of her storyline last season. Not really, because she was trying to make it work. So, okay, we'll see how this goes. Talks about her depression, how they've been separated for 10 months, which he's been in New York for just about the entire pandemic, right? I remember in the beginning she was saying, oh, he's in New York because of the restaurant, he's feeding the frontline workers and all that. So they were already separated. So she also says that he felt as though she was making a bad name for him in his business, and I don't know. You just see that they just clash so much with a lot of things. I remember last season he was saying like, you like all that flashy stuff, like you just want to be flashy, and I'm more like, I mean, I can see it, but you know, it doesn't warrant the way he has been treating her as far as what we can see, because we know Kenya is no angel, and I know same way he's been giving it, she's been giving it as well. So I would not be surprised if this was a 2-lane highway when it came to being disrespectful. We skip over to Portia. She is landing in Kentucky. She is proud to be marching like she did with her grandfather when she was 6 years old. Once again, like I said, I'm very proud of her, and she is doing the thing. She's doing the darn thing. Like, she is really stepping into her grandfather's shoes and trying to take the bull by the horns, and I'm proud of her for that. So she's doing great. Over to Kandi. I'm not the biggest Kandi fan. I think they're boring, honestly. Like, they're not exciting to me. Like, Kandi has this voice and she talks and slurs everything like this, and then Riley is just, no, hold on. Riley, she's got this plastic surgery thing going. She's got this nose done, and I just wish that Kandi would have let her get a little bit older and mature better before she did this. However, Riley's turning 18, and when you're 18, you can do what the heck you want. And I feel like maybe she was feeling like, I mean, if I don't go with her in this process, then she's gonna go and get it from somewhere and it's gonna be a botched job. Still kind of looks not the best job, but anyways, she is feeling herself in this moment. Riley is talking, and she is talking so much. I've never seen her talk this much. So Riley is just like, she's in her zone. And they're talking about their family issues and Block and Kandi and child support, and how she's going to this expensive school and she wants to be a lawyer and her dad needs to pay. Of course, Kandi can take care of this on her own, I'm sure. However, it's only fair that her dad chips in. She's not gonna have student loans like the rest of us average people. But, I mean, he could at least chip in so that Kandi is not taking the hit financially for her going to school. Although I doubt, it's not so much of a hit, it's more of like a brush by, I'm sure. Like she's stable, she's financially stable. She can send all of them to school. So, but still, in all fairness, like, there's one thing about Kandi, she is watching her money. She is not going to let it go anywhere without her consent, and she is not going to spend money on anything that she does not need to spend money on. So, move over to Kenya. Kenya is expanding on Moore Manor. She is building a pool house and a pool, and it looks like it's gonna be cute. Like, I like modern houses. Her house it's beautiful to me. I love her home. And the fact that she's adding the pool and the pool house, that's just gonna take it up a notch. Like, it's gonna be really nice when she finishes. And she says she's doing it because it makes her happy, and why not? We're in a freaking pandemic. We can't go anywhere, we can't do anything. So it's like, do something that makes you, if you can, do something that makes you happy. She sits down to have wine with Cynthia and Kandi, and she is once again complaining about Mark and all the things that she's going through with him. And they're just like, well, like we told you last season, girl, if he doesn't make you happy, get to getting. They're all talking about how the pandemic is taking a toll on them as far as, you know, not having a nanny as often as they want, not having people come and clean the house. Like, they got to do all that stuff on their own. And I'm sure it's difficult, but I really don't want to hear about people with a lot of money complaining about how they don't have their help when people have lost their income for their livelihood. So, I don't know. I mean, yes, that's their struggle and that's their truth, so why not share it? I just feel like it's a little much, you know, right now with so many people struggling. Cynthia is at Lake Bailey with her fiance, and they are having conversations about all kinds of things. Cynthia and Mike, I hope he makes her really happy, because right now he certainly is. Like, I just hope he is her happily ever after. They talked about their wedding planning, and she's like, look, I know we just had this whole lockdown, but I want to have my wedding. I'm having my wedding. And he's like, well, you know, yeah, we can have something, but I mean, if it's just the two of us, being that we're in the middle of a pandemic, then it's just gonna be the two of us. And she's like, no girl, we're having the whole thing, everything, I want it all. And he's like, no, they're limiting things to 50 people, and that's just what it's gonna be. And she doesn't wanna, well, she said she would be willing to push it off to another day, which 10-10-20 is so cute. I mean, if you have to go elope real quick and have something later, I would do it. I mean, it's not like, you know, it's the end of the world, but she just thinks it is. And she's like, no, I wanna have, I'm like, haven't you learned? Didn't your first wedding or marriage almost not happen because of foolishness with trying to have a big wedding? And like, did you not learn this the first time around? I know you're not the brightest crayon in the box. She's like a brown, but I mean, she wants to have a wedding, but don't make this about the wedding. Like, just focus on being happy in your marriage. But, you know, sometimes people want what they want, and what can you do? So we switch back over to Portia Luther King, and she is in Kentucky, and she gets arrested, and you know, everybody's clapping for her as she's getting taken off, because she was sitting on the lawn of, I don't remember who it was, darn it. But she was, you know, peacefully protesting, and they ended up arresting her. They told Bravo cameras to leave, or something like that. Was it Bravo cameras or was it news cameras? I don't know. But she was in Kentucky protesting, and she ends up getting arrested. We go to Candy across town, and she is entering the new steakhouse that she and Todd have been working on, which has recently opened, I think. I want to go one day. Anyways, they opened the restaurant. It looks really nice inside. Like, Candy and Todd have been doing their thing. Like I said, I think they're pretty boring, and I don't have to have them on the show, but she does her thing, she makes her money, and I can't be mad at that. So they're talking about the progress, everything looks good, and I'm happy for her. Then we go back to Portia, and she is still in Kentucky, and she had gotten arrested, and she says that she was arrested for about 13 hours, and she was in there with the person that is over the Until Freedom group, and her name is Tamika. I didn't quite catch her last name. Should have wrote it down. But she said those 13 hours in jail changed her life for the better, and I just really feel like she's stepping into who her grandfather wanted her to be, or was at least trying to expose her to, and she is doing the work. So congrats to you, Portia. I'm proud. So that was the episode, and I feel as though right now it's a little slow. I'm not gonna count it out. We still have 2 new friends of the show that we need to, well, no, 1 housewife we haven't met, that's new, and 1 friend to the show that we haven't met on here. So I'm excited to see what these 2 ladies will bring to the show. I'm hoping it'll be lots of drama and fun, so I'm excited. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you guys for watching. Bye.